you, so I know not everyone is here today. Some are also joining us on live stream, so hello if you're joining us for Simchat Torah from home. Thank you, Tim Hollander, our Temple President, for making sure that is accessible to everyone. So we're going to welcome our new students, and then we are actually going to finish reading our Torah for this year and start all over again. So I was just talking to some 3rd and 4th graders about this today. So you are going to hear this live in this moment, finishing the Torah and starting all over again, and then we're going to have a little Torah parade and some sweets. Okay, so if I could have our members of our Shorashim Education Committee join us up here. We're going to have 4 of you hold up the chuppah right in front, and anyone else is going to help pass out some gifts. So come on up, thank you. And let's see, Becca, if you want to stand in for Josh, you could do that. Do we have 4 of you here? Yes. All right. Ruth and Corey, you guys can help too, maybe? Thank you. Okay, so this is a chuppah, which someday far in your future you may stand under when you get married, far in the future. But the symbol of it is a welcoming home, and also a home where there is a lot of love. And we're going to hear in our Torah today about love, and especially for our youngest new students, we hope that your study of Torah will not only be sweet, but will also be filled with love and help us to become better people, bringing more love into the world. All right, so I'm going to need, 2 other adults, maybe Ruth and Lynn, because we have some gifts for our new students. So, okay, I'm going to start calling you, and when you hear your name, come on up, and if I leave anyone off, I apologize. Just come up anyway. So if you're coming up under our chuppah and around the chuppah, if you are starting your Jewish learning this year at Shorashim. So here we go. I think it is Zoe Jones, Alec Kramer, Jackie Levin, Sloan Morgan, Riley Shantz, Jacob Spitzer. Come on up. Yeah, you're going to come on up. So you guys are going to need to get out of the chuppah. Yes. Okay. Grant, Katapana Friedman Ojukwu, Rachel Wyszynski, Brooke Mearson. Okay, we're going to keep going. This is kindergarten. So this is now 1st grade. Izzy Abraham, Mila Chase, John Daly, Nolan Kehoe, Eve Rakowski, Penelope Tuckman, Ava Finchen. Come on up. Okay, and our 2nd graders, Marshall Alders, Jonah Fish, Gabriel Heyman, Micah Kramer, Avery Mearson, Bryn Morgan, Kara Shantz, Jacob Silverstein, and some new 3rd graders. We have Anna Sheff, Ruben Carpelson, Lucas Finchen, and some new 4th graders. We have Caleb Rakowski, Julia Spitzer. If you are new, and I didn't say your name, come on up anyway, and some of you from home.
Juliet, good. Julia Purdy.
All right. And again, we have 30 new students this year.
How far does this go? Sure, use mine. And I'll hit on yours.
Okay.
So, Lynn.
All right, I'm trying to come over to you. All right, first of all, to all our new students, I want you to just take a look around at the parking lot. So these are all students who have already started studying here, and they are so excited to have you here as well. You've got parents here, you've got all of your teachers. We have some pillars of our Temple Beth David community, adult learners, past presidents, and all of these people standing here are here to help welcome you and to be here for you. So I think this might be as far as we're going to go. Okay, I'm going to peek around. Okay, so I know the suites are that way, but if you turn your head this way for just a minute, we're going to offer this special blessing to you. It's a blessing that I hope you hear at lots of other special moments. Actually, as we were talking in 4th grade about Hudson's older brother Peyton, who became bar mitzvah yesterday. So you're going to hear this blessing when you become bar and bat mitzvah. When you're 13, you may hear it again if you get married and stand under the chuppah, and any special moment. So it is a special blessing for shalom, for always feeling peaceful and good and filled with love. So it sounds like this. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you always. May God's light shine on you just like the sun is shining right now. And when you look into one another's face, may you always see the face of God, and may you be blessed with shalom, with peace. And my last message for you is to bring more shalom, bring more peace out into the world with you, because when you study Torah, that helps you to bring more peace and love. Okay, so our volunteers, our adults here, you can go ahead and pass a Torah scroll to everyone. So you are getting your own mini Torah scroll. I'm going to suggest that you keep it tied for now, maybe save it till you get home to open it. But it is the whole Torah. It's just a mini version. And again, when you get a little older, you'll actually hold the full Torah. So our volunteers are going to give you a Torah. They're also going to give you a honey stick, because all of your learning should be sweet. And if you didn't make a flag, you're going to get a flag too. Okay, as this is being passed out, we're going to say Shema together. And Shehachianu. Yes, okay, here we go.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu. What's that? Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
And one more blessing before we start our Torah parade. And I've got the real Torah here. And I want an adult to think about if you'd like to carry the real Torah to start our parade, so I can keep singing. And we're going to say Shehachianu, which says, thank you, God, for bringing us to this exciting moment. We're so glad you're here and part of our Temple Beth David community.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehachianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehachianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
And now a big amen. To start our Torah parade. So, is there an adult who would like to take our Torah and lead us? We're going to be going this way around with our new students.
But hold on. But behind the camera, not in front of the camera, because there are cords, and that's okay if we don't. It's okay. Those at home, we are parading, and it'll be back here, but just for safety, not in front of the camera. And
would anyone like to hold the
Torah? An adult is coming up.
Molly? All right, Molly's going to lead us. And if any other kids want to join the parade, we're going to do a little, just once around, and then find our seats again, and we're going to hear the end of the Torah. Thank you, Molly.
Start out with a little strut that goes like this. Well, first there's Breshit.
That's going to start going around.
Shemot. That's Exodus. Vayikra, Leviticus, and just two more. The book of Numbers, Bamidbar, and the very last book that we read. In Hebrew we call it Devarim. Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy,
Good.
Can everyone get up here?
Yeah.
All right, as our new students are coming around, we invite everyone to join the parade and just go in a circle around as we start to sing.
All right, so you guys can all stand up, and we're going to do a little singing and dancing, and then hear our Torah.
Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, Sweet as honey on our tongue. Let's see a circle parade. Come on, students. Sweet as honey. Sweet as honey. Sweet as honey on our tongue. Baruch atah Adonai. Behind the camera, Adonai.
All right, and Molly, you can bring the Torah on back. Everyone can. Oh, or we're gonna go twice. You can pass the Torah to someone else. All right, one more time around. And we can clap. Adults are welcome to dance too. Check out our 6th graders, our oldest students in the middle. Woo! All right, Molly, you can make your way back. All right, Molly, come on back.
Is that where you should be wrong? Have a seat, and we'll read Torah now. I'm doing the last 4 verses. So let's see. Right now, I need Brad Feldman, please. And who else do I need? I need, let's see. Tom Preedy. Come on up. Thomas. Okay.
All right, so you are about to see the end of the Torah up front here. I would go and, yeah. And I was asked a lot of questions today about the Torah. So one question was, how big is it? And in regular times, many of you know, we unroll the whole Torah. And it would probably go around this entire parking lot. But because you have to stand really close to people to unroll the whole Torah, we're not going to do that this year. But we are going to unroll just the end and the beginning. And the other question I was asked today is how many stories there are in the Torah. And I didn't know the answer to that. I just said there are lots and lots of stories. So we're just going to hear the last story, which is the Israelites getting to the land of Israel and Moses passing on the leadership to Joshua. And then we're going to hear the very beginning, which is the story of the creation of the world. But I do have one interesting fact that maybe our older students might know. I don't know if you learned this today. I did learn how many letters are in the Torah. Does anyone have a guess how many letters you think are in the Torah? Any of our adults here? I might not be able to hear you. I hear 100 in the front. 100? I hear 100,000 from Sam Klein.
Hold it tight.
A billion? A trillion?
Hold it tight.
Well, these are all good guesses. I'm going to tell you. Well, I'm going to ask some of our adult learners who are so dedicated and continue to study, by the way. So I don't want to put anyone on the spot, but I don't know. Mark, Alvin, do you know how many letters now? David Wang, you know? All right, here we go. It is 304,805 letters. 304,805 letters. How about that? Okay, here's the end. And
Okay, Mark Albion and David Wang. Would you come and make our Aliyah to the Torah? Sure, yeah, it's there. And Amy Cook, would you join us too? Amy, would you join us? Great. Okay, that's okay. So, Madrachim, you are on deck for the next Aliyah. So you can come on over. Okay. Einstein.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher b'tavanu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'Torah. Amen.
Amen. Umoshe ben 120 shana b'moto lo ta'eno v'lo naslecho. Vayivku b'nei Yisrael et Moshe barvot Moav 30 yom. Vayitmu yemei bechi evel Moshe v'Yoshua binu. Ruach chokhmah ki samach Moshe et yado alav. Vayishmeu elav b'nei Yisrael vayasu kasher tziva Adonai et Moshe. V'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael k'Moshe asher yida'o Adonai panim el panim l'chol ha'otot v'hamoftim asher shlacho Adonai לעשות בארץ מצרים לפרעה ולכל עבודה ולכל ארצו ולכל היד החזקה ולכל המורה הגדול אשר עשה משה לעיני כל ישראל. Now Moses was 120 years old when he died, and his strength and his eyesight never dimmed. And the children of Israel wept for Moses 30 days. And Joshua, son of Nun, had the spirit of wisdom upon him because Moses had placed his hands upon him, and all of Israel listened to him and did as he had commanded Moses. Never again had there arisen in Israel a prophet like Moses who knew God face to face, and all of the signs and wonders that he had done when God sent him to free Israelites from the land of Egypt, and everything that was done against Egypt to free the Israelites before the eyes of all Yisrael. Keep in mind what letter Yisrael is, the last letter of the Torah. Yisrael. Lamed. Keep that in mind.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah. Amen.
all right, we say Yasher Koach, strength to you who bless the Torah. We are now going to hear from the beginning. Remember that letter Lamed, with two other volunteers, adults or teens, like to hold the sides of the Torah for the beginning.
And Madrachim had the Aliyah.
Oh yes, actually we can't have Madrachim hold the Torah because Madrachim, you guys have the next Aliyah. So our 8th through 12th graders who come to be amazing role models for our younger students who've all become bar mitzvah. They are going to bless the Torah for this honor. Do we have 2 adults, teachers, or parents who'd like to hold up either side of the beginning? It's an honor. Yes? All right. All right, Jenny and Molly have volunteered, our kindergarten and first grade teachers of our youngest students, so that's lovely. Thank you. And sorry we don't have the words for you guys, but hopefully we kind of got it. Okay.
I can. You want me to? Okay. I'll go on the light. Okay, sure. Alright, just do it all. Okay.
Jonas said he knows.
Me? Yeah, go. We'll help you.
You don't need to follow along, right? You're only doing it. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten Torah.
Say Amen. All right, I know you can't all see this far, but the first letter of the Torah, it is bigger than all the rest. It's the letter Bet. So remember those 2 letters, Lamed and Bet. We'll come back to that. All right, here's the beginning of the Torah, the creation of our world. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz ve'ha'aretz hayta tohu vavohu ve'choshech al pnei tehom ve'ruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim vayomer Elohim yehi or vayhi or vayar Elohim et ha'or ki tov vayavdel Elohim ben ha'or u'ben ha'choshech Vayikra Elohim la'or yom v'lachoshech kara layla Vayi erev vayi voker yom echad, which means in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth was unformed and void with darkness over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God swept over the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. God divided between the light and the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness God called night. There was evening, there was morning, a first day. Thank you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'torenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Thank you all. We will continue our whole Torah reading this year. Someone else asked this morning how long it takes to read the Torah. It takes 1 year. Next year at Simchat Torah, we will end and begin again. Anyone have a favorite book you like to read over and over again? Or maybe that you like to have your parents read to you over and over again? Trying to remember what that was in our house. Anyway, the Torah is just like that. It is so special that we read it over and over again. Okay, we are going to get back to those 2 Hebrew letters and then end with a closing song because I know we're at the end of Shorashim. Darren Foreman, I need you, Darren Foreman, I need you to go inside and ask Michael to help bring the sweets out. He'll know what it is. We didn't want it to melt, so they're coming, but we need to sing one more song. Okay, those 2 letters, Lamed and Bet, when you put them together, they spell the word lev, which means heart. And the other thing about hearts and love is that we only saw the end and the beginning of the Torah, but in the very, very middle of the Torah, there's an important mitzvah, an important teaching that says, love your neighbor as yourself. Treat others as you want to be treated. That's right in the middle of the Torah. And so I'm going to give it away now. Our sweets for today, and teachers, you're each going to get a bin for your grade because there's the number of students, and you can give each student a bag. So you're all getting some hugs and kisses to remember the lev, the heart, and the love that is in the Torah. And if any of you can't have chocolate, you can come up and see me, so I've got something else. Okay, but hugs and kisses. So Elena, they're labeled by grade, so excellent. All right, we're going to conclude with one other song. Teachers can start passing out trees. We're going to ask you to just stay seated for the song, and then we'll have parents come pick up. But again, we say Chag Sameach, a joyful festival. Oh, the other cool thing about Torah is every time you read it, you discover something new. And again, this is our first ever Simchat Torah on the Temple Beth David parking lot. So in that spirit of Torah, we are reinterpreting and evolving our tradition here, which Torah says to do. All right, we're going to sing Eitz Chaim Hi, that Torah is a tree of life. By the way, take a look around at all these trees.
Shalom, 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 shalom.
It is a tree of life.
It is a tree of life to those that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to all that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom. Eitz Chaim Hi, lama chazikim b'tom chechad me'oshar. Eitz Chaim Hi, lama chazikim b'tom chechad me'oshar. Shalom, 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 shalom.
All right, Chag Sameach. So students, we're going to ask you to just stay seated, and parents, you can come find your kids, and we're going to do it that way. It will be more organized, so you can pick your kids up. If you're an adult here without kids, you're welcome to stick around or go. But Chag Sameach, everyone. We'll see you this week for Hebrew or next Sunday. And again, welcome, welcome, welcome to all our new students and families.
Honey stick? Can you have honey stick? You want to bring that too?